Hey readers! So we've been reading Frog and Toad Are Friends, and today we are going to read Chapter 5, The Letter, page 53. Continue to read. I want us to think about the main characters' actions and feelings and their experiences, and think about how they're the same or how they're different. Chapter 5, The Letter. Toad was sitting on his front porch. Frog came along and said, "What is the matter, Toad? You are looking sad." Said Toad, "This is my sad time of day. It is the time when I wait for the mail to come. It always makes me very unhappy." "Why is that?" asked Frog. "Because I never get any mail," said Toad. "Not ever?" asked Frog. "No, never," said Toad. "No one has ever sent me a letter. Every day my mailbox is empty. That is why waiting for the mail is a sad time for me." Frog and Toad sat on the porch feeling sad together. So I'm noticing that Frog is feeling sad because his friend is sad. And Toad is feeling sad because he never gets any mail. Frog said, "I have to go home now, Toad. There is something I must do." Frog hurried home. He found a pencil and a piece of paper. He wrote on the paper. Ooh, what do you think he's doing, readers? He put the paper in an envelope. On the envelope, he wrote, "A letter for Toad." Frog ran out of his house. He saw a snail that he knew. "Snail," said Frog, "please take this letter to Toad's house and put it in his mailbox." "Sure," said the snail, "right away." So readers, I'm noticing Frog's actions are writing a letter for Toad and mailing it to his house. Why do you think he did this? Turn and tell your buddy. Good job, readers. Did you say because he wants his friend to be happy when he gets the mail? Then Frog ran back to Toad's house. Toad was in bed taking a nap. "Toad," said Frog, "I think you should get up and wait for the mail some more." "No," said Toad, "I am tired of waiting for the mail." Frog looked out of the window at Toad's mailbox. The snail was not there yet. "Toad," said Frog, "you never know when someone may send you a letter." "No, no," said Toad, "I do not think anyone will ever send me a letter." Frog looked out of the window. The snail was not there yet. "But Toad," said Frog, "someone may send you a letter today." "Don't be silly," said Toad. "No one has ever sent me a letter before, and no one will send me a letter today." Frog looked out of the window. The snail was still not there. "Frog, why do you keep looking out of the window?" asked Toad. "Because now I am waiting for the mail," said Frog. "But there will not be any," said Toad. So readers, I'm thinking Frog knows that the letter is on its way, and he's trying to convince Toad to keep looking for the mail, but Toad does not know that Frog sent him a letter, so he doesn't think any mail is coming. "Oh, yes, there will," said Frog, "because I have sent you a letter." "You have?" said Toad. "What did you write in the letter?" Frog said, "I wrote, 'Dear Toad, I am glad that you are my best friend. Your best friend, Frog.'" "Oh," said Toad, "that makes a very good letter." Then Frog and Toad went out onto the front porch to wait for the mail. They sat there feeling happy together. Frog and Toad waited for a long time. 4 days later, the snail got to Toad's house and gave him the letter from Frog. Toad was very pleased to have it. Okay, readers, so let's talk about the main characters' actions and feelings from Chapter 5. Turn and tell your buddy some of Frog and Toad's actions and feelings from Chapter 5. Share how they're the same and how they're different. Good job, readers. Did you say Toad was looking for the mail and he felt sad because he's never got any mail? And then he told his friend Frog that's why he was sad. And his friend Frog felt sad too for him, so he ran home and wrote him a letter and mailed it to him so he would have some mail. Then he ran back to Frog's house and told him to keep looking for the mail. At first, Toad didn't want to look for the mail, but Frog said, "I've sent you a letter." And he said, "You did?" And they both waited for the mail to come, and they both felt happy when the mail arrived. So this book was all about how Frog and Toad are friends. They went on a lot of adventures together, and they did things as friends. Sometimes they did things for one another as a good friend. I want you guys to think about what makes a good friend and why. Turn and tell your buddy what makes a good friend and why. Good job, readers. Did you say a good friend helps their friends? A good friend listens to their friends? A good friend shares with their friend? So we finished reading Frog and Toad Are Friends, and something you can do to respond to the reading is you can draw a picture and write what makes a good friend and why. And remember, readers, today and every day, you can compare and contrast the main characters' actions and feelings and experiences as you read. You can show how they're the same and how they're different.